Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're here. Guys, today I want to do a quick little overview, review, give you my thoughts on a very unique knife, TwoSun. First, I'm going to ask if you would, please hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification icon next to it. It would really help me out. So this is the TwoSun, I want to say TS-247. It will be in the description because I don't believe it is in there, but it is not a slip joint. It is a double detent, can be used just like a slip joint. So I can open that and close it, and that double detent locks it in place there at the end. When I say locks it locks it enough to where if you're using common sense, like with the slip joint, you're not going to compress it on your hand. So a double detent knife, for me, I found this to be extremely handy. Again, this is a TwoSun. It's in carbon fiber and M390 blade steel. It is very thin and slicey. Great little Warncliffe blade. Super awesome as a secondary carry for opening packages, for doing utility cuts, pinch grip cuts, you name it. I mean, I wouldn't want to rip straps with it necessarily or anything super hard use, nor would I with a slip joint. But this little double detent is very, very fidgety. So when you get to working it, you can actually open and close it just with the tab. You can also, depending on how you hold it, finger flick it on this fuller. It's really just easier to flip it here, or if you're in the slip joint game, just open it up, use it for your cuts, and be done. Let me grab a coupon real quick from our coupon book. Very thin blade stock, thin behind the edge, great blade geometry, a really fun, ample slicer. Those are cutter errors, guys. But anyway, this little TwoSun, we'll call it the TS-247. Again, it'll be on the title card and in the description, the actual name. I picked this guy up where I pick up a lot of my TwoSuns at White Mountain Knives. And if you go to White Mountain Knives and you decide to get anything there, you can use my code now. I do have a code. It is Juhvon10, Juhvon 10. If you don't, that's absolutely fine too. I go there because they keep a lot of stuff in stock that I rarely find at other places, right? And I also don't have to pay tax. And if I usually do priority mail, so I will add $4.95 for shipping, but they do free shipping as well. But what I like about TwoSun, or not TwoSun, what I like about TwoSun, but what I like about White Mountain Knives is I find knives that I don't find everywhere else. So some of the more unique slip joints I've picked up, some of the more unique TwoSuns I've picked up, almost all the TwoSuns I've picked up from White Mountain Knives. And this little guy is just a gas. I did not know how I'd feel about a double detent, but I like this one so much. They had another double detent in stock that's got a clip point blade. They call it a ball lock, but I think it's a different knife, very similar to this, but with a clip point blade, and it's in stock. It should be here tomorrow, or it's inbound. It should be here tomorrow. You guys stay tuned for the unboxing on it, but I think it's the same makeup as this knife here in terms of operation, the way that it opens. The only thing it won't have is it won't have that depression in the fuller to let you get an easy flick. I might be able to flick it from the blade material, but that's yet to be seen because it doesn't have a nail nick or anything like that, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't remember, guys, but we'll look at it together tomorrow when it comes in. But again, this little guy has been a fantastic little cutter. Again, carbon fiber, M390. I don't know whose maker's mark that is. You guys might know in the chat. Feel free to leave it down there if you know. But this knife, I want to say, before my 10% discount, was $86, I think it was. So it was under $90. Then I put in my 10% discount, saved another 8, $9. But let's do a couple of quick size comparisons to this guy just so y'all can get an idea with some modern folders. The size of it, that's our Civivi Baby Banter. And this is our Benchmade Bug Out. So as you can tell by these three, it's going to be bigger than the Civivi Baby Banter and about an inch to half an inch smaller than the Bug Out, which keeps me from having to pull out the Cold Steel or the Paramilitary 2. But let's look at it next to some slip joints. Let's look at it next to the Cavist Vanish. And let's look at it next to the Jack Wolf Feel Good Jack. It's a little bit shorter than the Feel Good Jack and a good bit bigger than the Cavist. Take a couple more looks at some knives that y'all might be familiar with. Then I'll break out the tape measure, guys, and the scale because this one's very light. Let's look at the QSP Hedgehog. Right about the same size as the Hedgehog, which should put it right at the same size as the traditional pocket knives Ohio River Jack. So guys, that gives you an idea of how the TwoSun TS, whatever we're going to call it, until we actually see it on the tile, measures up to some of these other knives that you might have seen in your collection. So as we move on, we should break out our Javon promotional tape measure. And we will learn that this guy is 6.5 inches long with a 2 3/4 inch blade, 3 3/4 inch handle, 3 inches inside that little swoop there, but 3.5 if you come out to here. So let me grab Grateful Panic's calipers here. We'll see that this guy is 0.1225 on the spine. And behind the edge here, right above that sharp ring bevel, 0.0175. And the thickness of this knife and its handle is 0.4870. So again, guys, this is a double detent from TwoSun. And if you look inside here, you can see that it's got a real thin liner in there. Very insignificant, but very thin, because this knife is very light. That's why I wanted to point that out. I wasn't even sure if it had a liner in there. I thought that it had to, but I wasn't sure. So let's turn on and measure. 1.85 ounces. And if I put it in this Etsy slip that I carry it in, 2.55 ounces. So guys, I'm really impressed with this little knife. I fidget, as odd as it sounds, with slip joints tactically, opening them, closing them. This guy takes that to a different level because you've got the fidget factor, you just don't have the lock. So I find it both, failed it there, both handy to open, make a cut, get into a package, close and put away, or just if I'm sitting there fidgeting with my knife. The double detent's kind of been interesting and, to say the least, and a joy if I really get into it. But guys, thank you for stopping by to watch this video. Please let me know if you're getting tired of slip joint content. I'm trying to mix it up where I do modern folders, fixed blades, and slip joints. Just the knives that I'm into at the time, that I'm buying, that I've got coming in. So guys, let me know what you want to see. Let me know if this is okay for you. But thank you again. Please, if you haven't yet, just subscribe and hit the bell icon. It won't take you but a sec. Make me super happy. Please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. And please choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.